How's everybody doing today? My name is Sean. Welcome to the Dragon Slayer. What we're going to be working on today is our switching spin kick, or switch spin. Again, we generically call a spinning back kick our spin kick. So if you're coming from a different school and you hear a spin kick, what is he saying? It's just a spinning back kick or turn it around side kick. So in previous videos and throughout our curriculum, we've learned how to do our regular spin kick, which is kind of a medium distance. We've done a step-in spin, which is going to be quite a bit longer distance. And recently, and you'll learn in this curriculum, we do the step-on air spin, or the 360-degree spin, which is also going to be fairly long. Now, switch spin is going to be close, very close. Just like our switch kicks or our half switch kicks, we're going to be, right around in that arm's length. When we're making contact, or how we're positioning to make contact with this technique. It all depends on how long your legs are to get the proper distance. And at this point now, being that we're in our 5th GUP curriculum, the high green belt, you're going to have a little bit more of an idea of when and how to utilize these techniques. This is also one of those kicks that I personally do not enjoy doing without making contact with a target. It's fairly difficult to do and to make look proper without actually making contact. So I brought the bag out, and I'm going to show you a little bit on the bag here of just if we recap with our switch kicks. Right, so if I do a switching roundhouse, that's going to be with the kicking with the back leg. I want to be able to touch the bag or my target or opponent or whatever. I want to be in this range because this is how long my leg is when I do this switching kick. That's how close I need to be. Now, more recently, if we do the half switch roundhouse, again, I'm going to be super close here because if I'm doing a front leg kick, this is where I need to be. So if I do a half switch, that's the distance I need to be at. Now, with the switching spin, I'm going to be in that same distance, okay? If I'm this close and I try and do our full regular spin kick, I'm going to drive right past that target. I'm not even going to be close to making contact. Obviously, if I try and do a step-in spin from here, I'm going to go way past. If I try and do my step-on air, my 360 spin, I'm going to go way past. So this is where you're going to be doing that switch spin, where you're in this, when you're in this range, okay? So what are we doing with a switch spin? It's going to be similar that how we use our switching roundhouse or just our standard switching kicks. We're going to be kicking with our back leg, but obviously with the switching roundhouse, we're coming this way. With a switching spin kick, we're turning, so we're going this direction, okay? So the same thing applies. My feet are effectively going to trade places. So my front foot, which is my left foot, is going to come back and it's going to be positioned where my back foot, my right foot was. When I'm doing the kick now, they've traded places, all right? So again, one more time walking through that same thing. I'm left foot forward, I'm in this range. My left foot is going to trade with my right foot, and my right foot is going to end up where my left foot started. So now I've switched my stance for the switching spin. Now, if I apply that and actually do the kick, again, I'm in this range. There's going to be a slight hop. We don't want to jump way up unless we're doing something fun like a board break or something like that. We don't really want to be jumping up too much with this. It's the same thing where my feet are just going to be switching places and I want to try and keep my head somewhat level. Again, from here. All right, one more time. switch. And you can see you can generate a really good amount of power with this. You can even, when this front leg comes back, I'm gonna be able to create extra power driving this way with that left leg and then throwing that right leg from there. Okay, and you can see, you'll see this kick in movies when they do jump up and they'll almost be doing the splits where their front leg ends up sticking back, straight back that way, and their kicking leg is straight this way, and they're almost doing the full splits like this when they're making contact. That's really cool for movies, but not necessarily practical for sparring. I mean, if you want to do a demonstration kick with board breaks, that's pretty cool too. But for practicality, we're going to try and keep that leg a little bit tucked in so we're landing in a decent fighting stance. And this is one of those that because we do the spin kick this way, we're going to end up with our back towards our opponent, which is going to be okay for this situation. So here we go, one more time. That wasn't so great. There we go. So that is going to be our switch spin kick. That's all for now. Class dismissed. Have a great rest of your day.